Hello everyone, my name is Karuna Singh. Welcome to the channel Knowledge Star, Continuous Knowledge Excellence. Today, we are conducting a panel discussion on the very important topic, and the topic is trending these days too. So the topic is 5G Next Generation Communication. For this, we have two panelists. The very first one is Professor Dnyaneshwar Mantri, Sinhgad Institute of Technology, Pune. Discussion is 5G. All right, let's get started. The fifth generation mobile network is known as 5G. After the 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G networks, there is now a new worldwide wireless standard, that is 5G. With the help of 5G, a brand new network may be created that connects almost everyone and everything, including machines, objects, and devices. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Dnyaneshwar Mantri to share their views on the topic.
Thank you, Karuna. Actually, the topic selected by you is very good. Right now, everyone is talking about the 5G, 6G network mobiles. And whenever we talk something about the next generation networks, at that time, the communication comes to be into existence, the most important part. So what we expect from the 5G and what are the requirements of the 5G? This is the most current topic of the Indian scenarios, because still now we are working on the 5G, which indicates that we are requiring anything at the fingertips. The meaning is that you are expecting anything, anywhere, anybody, and the anytime. So these four AAs are working. But whenever we talk something about that four A works, whether your infrastructure supports for that, at the same time, whenever we are moving towards the communication parts, then at that time, the most important thing in the 5G and all these things is that data rates. Second part, if I talk something about the reliability. Third part, I can talk about the network adaptability. And then we can see about the throughputs. So if we have a channel modeling into that, or if you have a communication between the two devices, at that time, these four parameters, there are n number of parameters also, but these four parameters play the important role because everyone wants everything. But can we provide that? Is the first question. The provision is that we need the bandwidth, we need the data rate. At the same time, we need the infrastructure. I am focusing on the infrastructure because without infrastructure, 5G is not possible. Even though we are moving from the first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth to fifth to right now, we are talking something about the sixth generation also. But will the compatibility happen between these networks is most important, because right now what we are thinking is that we need to have a communication between device to device. We need to have a communication between machine to machine. We want to have a communication between machine to device, device to machines, then network to network, and all technologies are available. So in one case, I can say that during the 5G employment or whenever you want to go with the 5G, at that time, integration is most important. Or the integration of the access technology is required. And access technology may be anything, right? Because time is very short for us. We can talk many hours on this, but the glimpses indicate that you must have the integration and the convergence of the technologies. And we always have a habit of predicting something new. And we don't know that what to predict. So right now, for our cases, instead of talking something about the 6G, I can talk the 5G. It can be a one kind of imagination. Because the word itself said that technology is the word that describes something yet to happen. And that is what the imagination is. And 5G can be working something on the imagination parts. Something, not much. 6G is actually talking something about the virtual or physical cyber systems. But whenever you go from the virtual processes, at that time, you will find that so many things are happening. But whether you're able to provide this all, so it is always important to know that whether our infrastructure supports for the requirements, whether our infrastructure supports for the technology, because we are right now talking something about the smart cities. What the smart city says to you, it is one kind of application of 5G, we can say, where you want the smart communication, where you want to have a good healthcare applications, where you want to have the many things sitting at the home. Means anything, anywhere, anybody can be working, and we are moving towards everything, which is nothing but the basic requirements of this technology. So I can say that there are 5 C's available. If you focus on the 5G, that may be considered as a collaboration, most important part. If you don't have the collaborations, the things may not happen. Second part, if we talk something about the cooperation, that is again required. Next thing is that the contents, because we are totally related to the contents. Every day we are talking something about the new conditions. You are having
Absolutely.
the WhatsApp messages. Yes, you are using WhatsApp messages. You are using the MEMS or MMS you are using. Video clipping you are using. Communication you are using. Then shorts, reel videos we are taking and we are punching. But in the same time, the content is also important. And in what context you are generating. Because right now, the bandwidth is not the issue we are considering. Data rate is not the issue we are considering. But to move from one to another part, it is always important to have a support of technology. And right now, you might be knowing about the 5G and all these things. Everybody talks about the integration of what? It may be the ICT, information communication technology, which includes everything. Second part, IoT, which can be a buzzword we can talk. But if we think about the IoT, again, embedded intelligence is required. And if you have an integration of the embedded intelligence along with the network support, then we can communicate. Cloud computing is one of the area. Data sciences can we use. We can integrate the cloud computing, AI, and this all, our convergence can be done for getting about the things. Right now, one more important concept is coming regarding the 5G. If we consider about the 5G applications, human bond communication. That means whenever we are talking everything, means we must know about the human bond communication. So what the human bond communication indicates? Human bond communication is nothing but the 5 senses you are using. One sense may be your touch, one sense may be your, because these are the 5 senses we are having on our face. But we don't know about this. We are not analyzing these informations. And we can say that the AI can be used for the purpose of this. Surely,
Yes.
we can use. Is it not? So, taste, we cannot do. Smell, we have not analyzed. Then sound, yes, somewhat we did work on this. Visualization, yes, we are doing something. So, right now, human bond communication can be a part of 5G. Because what I am talking is regarding application basis. But if you talk something about the parameter basis, then in that case, we can have another concept, CONA sense, communication, navigation, sensing services, where the sensor networks are playing. Ultimately, what we expect is we expect communication of what? Require things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We require expect things here. That is why I can say that technology is the word that describes something, but yet to happen, which is nothing but the imagination.
And ultimately, we want a perfect communication, right?
Yeah, yeah. And to
Yes.
have a perfect communication, we are in need of network. Yeah. And one more thing I want to add into this is that whenever we are working on the next generation networks, then in that case, we must think about the knowledge. Because the very good quote done by the Albert Einstein, what it says, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, but imagination enriches the world. This
Absolutely.
tagline, this
Correct.
tagline this tagline can be helpful for the 5G because we are imagining something. By sitting at my place, I am talking with you. This is one kind of application of technology only. Or Debnath sir may give the again more things or insight on this. But what I expect is that 5G is not only the generation, but the 5G has given many more things for us. And that things are real. That means technology is the word, you name it and you will have it. This may be 5G. This is what my opinion about the 5G is.
Okay, sir, I would like to stop you over here. Now,
Yeah,
I would like to invite Dr. Debnath Bhattacharya ji, and I just want that he should share their views on the given topic, that is 5G.
First of all, thank you, Karuna, for inviting me to join this discussion. And Dr. Mantri, really happy to meet you in this forum. And
same to you, sir.
nice to meet you because I
Yeah,
was in Pune for 1 year in Bharati
okay,
Vidyapit. At that time,
Okay.
I heard about institute name also because
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to work with some people, actually the product of your institute. Anyway,
So I
that is
can,
in
so sir, I
this.
can say, I can call Karuna and you, we can have a physical discussion on this topic.
Uh, it is
Why
2015.
not, sir?
Because,
Why not? Why not? I really want to
because
meet you people, and I really want you people to come at my place, and we will have a great discussion on this topic, because this topic is really, really very important.
yeah, sure, sure. Why not? Why not?
So what Karuna asked, I'm entering into the point. So what I understand, as per my understanding, as per my knowledge, and what I have gone through with the 5G, is already government decided to implement this in India, and from December it will be working in all the places, mainly in the metro cities. So it is nothing but it is a global wireless standard. The standard they are maintaining for 5G, and it enable new kind of network that is designed to connect virtually everyone. What Dr. Mantri told. So in a one line, it is virtually with everyone. For that it is designed, and that is the version 5G they are telling. Before that, many things were there. So everything means, or everyone means together, including machines, object, and devices. That is the main what I understand. That means everything, everywhere, everybody. So what actually they are telling in their standard, that is virtually everyone and everything together, including machines, objects, and devices. Even from car, I can track where is my nearest petrol pump located. So that one example I'm giving you. From driving by the car, I can easily, so Pune to Mumbai, it is a very nice road. I had a very nice experience to travel many times. So I can look at where the nearest coffee shop is at. Okay. So that is basically virtually with everyone, everything together, including machines, object, and devices. That is my understanding. And it is written in the version also. Like every software version, I can remember in 90s when the Oracle 9 is available under Unix, but it was waiting for the operating system upgradation. Oracle is ready for the Unix, but it is waiting for the version upgradation, because at that time OS release 5 was there, but Unix was 7 they are waiting. So they waited for 1 year for that. I can remember, because at that time I was the database administrator in TCS. I can remember those days. So like that, the version is available, and what Dr. Mantri rightly said in different way, that is 5G is ready, but we are ready with the infrastructure on. So that is actually, it took me to 90s. The operating system was ready. Sorry, the Oracle database is ready for Unix, but whether the operating system infrastructure was ready or not. But before that, Oracle 9 I implement available in the market under Windows 95. So these days were gone. We have seen that. So that I am going back to that day. So because of this discussion. So 5G wireless technology is meant to deliver higher multi-Gbps peak data speeds. So that means on that term of speed, it will be better than the earlier versions. Like any software, new versions, it will have some advantages by keeping all the advantages earlier versions. And new advantages will be there. So 5G is not out of that. So what advantage? It will give the peak data speed, ultra low latency, which is in 4G it is not available. 4G maybe 2 years back it came into the market, and 1.5 year back it was fully used by the 4G we are using. More reliable we will get. All these are in the dictionary term. Reliable in what sense? What is the reliability? So what is the network security and reliability? So those will come. Massive network capacity, that means the bandwidth we are using, the capacity of the network will be more. Increased availability, so everything will be available, whatever available in the current network it will be more, and the more uniform user experience to more users. So how you are experienced with the 5G, with the 4G, you can easily distinguish between these two. And high performance and improved efficiency, that will empower new user experience. So we'll get the experience, let it come, we'll get experience, we'll connect to the industries, we'll come into the picture, then we can give our experience, we can share our experience. But these are the things that is available in the, they are actually confirming the 5G will be multi-Gbps big data speed. That actually we need. The market is like that. And it is industry oriented. So industry to industry, what Dr. Mantri told, hospital system, healthcare system. So industry to industry, it will work. So manufacturer, medicine manufacturing industry and the healthcare industry, they can communicate with each other. And it will be a high performance or high data peak speed will must have to reach there, and every time it will be virtual definitely. Because my resource, I don't want to share with anybody. So these are the things. And if it is clear, I can go to the history of that. Actually, first generation, Dr. Mantri told. So generation. So first generation, it was 1980s, if I am not wrong. And it was normally available analog voice, if I am not wrong. Second generation, early 90s, it is basically digital voice. And we use CDMA. CDMA means code division multiple access. So it is upgraded from 1G, 2G is upgraded. Now third generation, 3G we said, that is early 2000. And that is 3G brought mobile data. So from 2000 onward, so mobile data we started using, maybe in some different way, but we are using, that is CDMA 2000. We normally know that. Then fourth generation came, that is fourth generation LTE. Now many software available in the market, you would also LTE, that is lightweight. So in 2010, now see, the third to fourth, we traveled almost 10 years to reach there. And there we started the era of mobile broadband. That means we are upgraded from 3G to 4G. So and now 5G is there, what I discussed a few minutes back. That is upgraded of 4G, and that is now available in 20s. So these are the various upgrades. So 5G is significantly faster than 4G, definitely it will be accepted as per the Dr. Monti's discussion. And 5G has more capacity than 4G. That is, I want. 5G has significantly lower latency. That definitely I want. More secure. 5G is a unified platform. That is what platform iOS or Android or Microsoft or Unix. Forget about it. It is platform, unified platform. And 5G use spectrum better than 4G. So these are our expectations. And on that, if I am not wrong, here Europe is much more ahead than the USA. That is, University of Surrey already introduced one course, master course, in 5G and its future. Rather, what Dr. Mantri told 6G. They use the term 6G or 5G and advanced. So they introduced 2 years master course only for on that is research oriented. So in my understanding, more research is required and more infrastructure development is required to get the full advantage of the available 5G.
For more updates, subscribe to our channel, click the links shown on the screen to stay connected.